Welcome to this recording in which I will explain clearly how you can renew your PeopleCert Axelos certifications using three methods, particularly the CPD units method, continuing professional development units. I will be taking you through four topics. First, the certification renewal requirements. Second, the overview of the My Axelos site. Third, submitting your CPDs through the PeopleCert site, though you could submit them from the My Axelos site directly as well. And finally, sharing your badges publicly through Credly. Previously, Credly was Acclaim. And through this, you can share your badges through sites like LinkedIn, etc. Let's first understand the renewal requirements for your certifications. These are explained at the PeopleCert site, peoplecert.org. I've selected these many option ways to get certified, and within that, the submenus, ways to renew your certifications. And I have taken a summary of the information from there and presented it on this slide. There are three ways to renew your certification. I will take you through each one of them clearly. Number one is retake the same exam. Normally, certifications expire within 3 years. So you could renew your certification by retaking your original exam before the renewal date. Number two, you can take further courses and certifications. However, you need to take another course and pass the exam within the same product suite before the renewal date. I will be explaining this shortly. Number three, you may collect and log the CPD points, the continuing professional development units or point, for which you need to require an active My Axelos subscription at the Axelos site. Number one, the simple way that in case your certification is expiring or expired, you can retake the same exam before the renewal date usually, otherwise you could take it after the renewal also. However, highly recommended that you renew before the certificate expires. Number two, the product suite method. You can take an exam within the same product suite before your current certificate expires. So for example, if you have an ITIL certification, let's say ITIL Foundation, which is going to expire in 3 years from now, you can take another ITIL exam within those 3 years. So let's say my ITIL certification is expiring in a year from now, meaning 2 years have already elapsed, and this is my last year in which the foundation certificate is still valid. I could do an ITIL CDS certification, create, deliver, or support. And once I receive that certificate today, then my ITIL foundation also gets extended to another 3 years from today. So which is very convenient because you got the new certificate ITIL CDS, but your previous foundation certificate also got extended. But you need to do that within the same product suite. For example, if you have a Prince2 practitioner certificate, you can get that extended by or renewed by 3 years by writing an exam within the same suite, such as Prince2 Agile, MOR, MSP, MOV, MOP, or P3O. The same works for Agile Shift and for the Resilia product suite. So you could create a strategy by which you can write exams periodically and all your older certifications get renewed automatically. Third one is the continuing professional development program, in which you are awarded badges for your work demonstrated against your certification renewal. How does it work? The CPD points can be logged against individual or multiple certifications. For each product suite, you will need to submit at least 20 CPD points every year across different CPD categories for 3 years consecutively. I will be explaining what these CPD categories mean. So for example, if you're renewing your project program portfolio management certifications, you need to submit 20 CPDs per year consecutively for 3 years, making it a total of 60. Similarly, if you're renewing your ITIL certifications, you need to submit 20 CPDs per year for consecutively 3 years. And it works the same for the other, such as the Agile Shift and the Resilia categories. What will happen is at the end of this period, the 3-year period, your certification renew by date will then be extended by 3 years. And the cycle will repeat. It's very easy, isn't it? Now, these points must be submitted by the date on which you originally passed your most recent exam with the product suite. For example, if you originally passed the exam on 1st April, your 20 CPD points must be logged by 1st April each year for that product suite. I will be making it more easy to understand this whole process by taking you through the various websites. Now, what you need to do in order to do the CPD work. So let's take a look at the My Axelos site. This is where you actually purchase your annual subscriptions or memberships in order to log your CPD units. You can log your CPD units at the My Axelos site or even through the PeopleCert site. I'm going to show both ways to you. I would, however, recommend that you come through the PeopleCert site, as you will understand later on. This is the Axelos site, axelos.com, wherein you can create an account and sign in. Or even before you create an account and sign in, if you look at the top menu, you have the solutions here. And if you click on solution, you get My Axelos somewhere in the middle. Click on My Axelos. Well, actually, you don't have to click there. If you scroll further, also sometimes you can see, or when you click on My Axelos, you will be seeing the screen, subscribe to My Axelos. I would highly recommend that you go for the annual subscription, because anyway, you need to maintain your CPDs annually, consecutively for a period of 3 years, which means you need to renew your membership also at the end of or before the end of each year for 3 years consecutively. If you don't do that, you will lose out on your certification renewal. You will be receiving reminders about your renewal from My Axelos. If you also notice, the monthly one is a bit more expensive than the annual one, if you prorate it the monthly to the annual one. Once you have purchased this using your credit card, then you can sign in and then take the benefit from this membership, such as accessing additional white papers, articles, publications, etc. And you can log your CPDs as well. Though you can do the same through the PeopleCert site as well. I mean, to log your CPDs. Now, what happens when I sign in into My Axelos, meaning at the www.axelos.com, or you could directly go to my.axelos.com. I have signed in here. You can see my name at the top right, and you have a few menu options at the top, like home, resources, CPD, badges, and help. The most important ones that you will need are the CPD and the badges. But in order to get the best out of your subscription or membership, you can get hold of various resources under the resources tab. So I'm going to click on the badges tab, and this is what will happen. Here, it shows all my current badges. For example, I've currently, because I am a trainer and I hold several certifications, I need to keep them active. And I have been purchasing this membership since several years to retain all my certifications. I've got the Prince2 practitioner, Agile practitioner, etc. And it also shows me until when my certifications are valid. So for example, my current certification on Prince2 practitioner is valid until 2025. I initially got that in 2017 for the latest edition of Prince2, which was the 6th edition. And so from 2017 until 2020, it was valid. I got that extended until 2023. And then now it's extended until 2025 as well. It doesn't show 26 there, but it shows 25 because it's still work in process. And what I will show you is what I'm doing currently to get it extended until 2028 for another 3 years. And if I'm logging the 30 CPDs, the 20 CPDs under the project program portfolio management suite, then all these certifications that I have for the PPM suite, the project program portfolio management suite, will automatically get extended for 3 more years. So Prince2 practitioner, Agile practitioner, MSP, the ITIL is a different set. So what I did was I clicked the CPD at the top. I was in badges, but now I clicked at the CPD at the top, and then this page came up. It currently shows me the CPDs I have logged for since March 22 until March this year, which means I'm looking good. I have done, if I count them, I will know how many CPDs I have logged, and it seems to be a good number. Again, it shows all my CPDs. It is not for a specific suite because I need to do the ITIL ones as well. So I've been logging CPDs in different areas as well. And at the bottom, you have this add CPD button. And once you click on add CPD, you will be able to fill up your CPD information. I'm going to show that a little later. So this was about the My Axelos site. This is one way to submit your CPDs. But then I'm going to take you now how you can do the same using through the PeopleCert site. I find this one convenient because I can see my certification expiry date at the PeopleCert site more easily. So this is the PeopleCert site, peoplecert.org. You need to create an account, and this would have been done already because you would have got the certificate and you are trying to now renew it. So you sign in here, and let me show you once you sign in what happens. As you can see, this is my name. It welcomes me, Muralidhar Gadam, and I've got these tabs here, and you see this My Badges. Make a note of this. However, I'm going to show you something else first. What you have to do is, because now I have my Axelos account where I purchase my membership subscription, but I also have my PeopleCert account. It is important for us to link both these accounts together so that when I'm working through PeopleCert, I can go to my Axelos without any hiccups. Because we might have different passwords at the my Axelos account and PeopleCert account. Make sure your email ID that you use at the my Axelos site to create your my Axelos account is the same as your PeopleCert email ID. However, the passwords could be different. But let me show you how the password gets resolved and synchronized. So what you have to do at this site, you have to do this only once. Go to the top and just type in my.axelos.com. Note here that I'm still at the PeopleCert site, but I'm just going at the top and typing this. Once I type this and hit enter, it is going to switch me to the Axelos site. So it's logged me in. It might take a few seconds before it switches to the My Axelos site and logs you in. Here we are back to the same page, isn't it? I have the CPD and the badges, the resources at the top. So I find this a bit better to work on. But come back to the PeopleCert site. Yes, you might find this a little tricky in the beginning, but it becomes very easy afterwards. And the reason I'm telling you to come back to the PeopleCert site is at the PeopleCert site, if I scroll down a bit after I had logged in, you will see all your current certification dates. So for example, I can see here the Prince 2 practitioner certificate, which is currently valid under 2025. And you see this button here, log CPD. So I find it very convenient to click on this button and then go to the My Axelos site through this button. You might be wondering that my ITIL Foundation certificate has been issued, but it doesn't have an expiry date because ITIL certificates also have expiry dates of 3 years. However, this is my older ITIL. This is the ITIL V3, for which there was no expiry. But I do have the ITIL 4 certifications. I've got most of the ITIL 4 certifications, and they are visible once I scroll down below. But I'm going to focus more on the logging of the CPDs for the Prince 2 practitioner. And once I do that, the 20 CPDs per year, all my other certificates, such as the MSv practitioner, which is until 2025, that will also get extended to 2028. But I have to do the CPD business for 3 years, 1 year at a time, 20 CPDs per year, and therefore extending my membership year by year as well. So once I click on the log CPD, it will take me to the My Axelos site. Remember, we had initially synchronized by typing in my.axelos.com at the PeopleCert site after login, but now you don't have to do that anymore. As soon as you click on log CPD, it'll take you to this My Axelos site. And since you're familiar with the My Axelos site, these things should be pretty easy for you now. You can see the CPD and the badges once again at the top. But now, because you're logging the CPDs, it's showing you all the four categories of certifications. So I'm going to click on the project program and portfolio management, and that'll take me to a list of certifications or badges that I hold. Remember that as and when you submit CPDs, at the end of each year, you get issued the badge. The badge shows that you are still current. However, when you maintain those badges for 3 years, then your certification gets renewed. So 3 years of continuous badging is required, 20 points per year in order to get the renewal of your certificate. And if I scroll down a bit on this page, this is what you will see. The same page, that you can directly access through myaxelos.com login. So by now you have understood you could log into my.axelos.com or www.axelos.com, or you could do through peoplecert.com. Both ways are okay. Just that when you do through PeopleCert, I find it a little convenient to see my expiry date there. But then there's one additional step there that I have to synchronize the PeopleCert login with my MyAxelos login by typing in once my.axelos.com at the PeopleCert site. And we are currently in that. And if I scroll down a bit, I see at the bottom, add CPD. Now we are finally here where I'm going to explain to you how you will add your CPDs. Before that, let us understand what this CPD is. So as you know already, you must complete 20 points worth of activities linked to your certification within a 12-month period. There is also a policy here. Of the 20, 5 points must come from the professional experience category, and the remaining 15 can be coming from any other activities, including the professional experience again, or professional education and training, that is, or the community work that you do. And I'll be explaining shortly to you what is meant by professional experience, professional education, which includes training and communities categories, these 3 categories. Now, 1 point is about 1 hour. A minimum you need to record 30 minutes, like half a point. And maximum you can record in a single entry is 15 points. And it's easy. You can record one 5-point entry, which is about 5 hours for your professional experience. That is compulsory to do 5. And then you can record one 15-hour training effort separately and make it 5 plus 15, which is 20. So if you do 2 things in a year, that is sufficient. How wonderful it is. But then you could do several professional experiences of 1 hour each to make it 5 hours or 5 points. And you could do several professional education, community, and professional experience work worth 15 points as well. Let's understand what is the meaning of these categories. Professional experience means you are applying your certification knowledge and learning into your real work at your workplace. For example, you are doing a project under the PPM product suite, or you are performing IT service management for the ITIL suite, or Resilia, or the Agile Shift kind of work. The other thing which are valid here is you are coaching somebody, mentoring somebody, or teaching somebody. And or you are standing behind somebody and teaching them how to do a specific work in that product area. I use this a lot because I'm a trainer. I do definitely more than 5 hours of training a year. And so I'm able to easily clock my 5 hours of CPDs on my professional experience. And I'm going to show you how to add CPDs shortly as well. Professional education is you attend other certification trainings. For example, if you are trying to renew for example, I'm trying to renew my Prince 2 certification, my practitioner certification, which is valid for 3 years only. So I could attend some other training. For example, I could attend Prince 2 Agile and write the exam, and then that will fetch me 15 points right away. Yes. You can even do professional education from other bodies. For example, if you obtain a PMI certification, like a PMP or CAPM, or you attend those trainings, you can get those PDUs. They call PDUs rather than CPD in the PMI language. And so if you do the PMP or CAPM, it depends on what the other training provider gives you. I mean, we also do those certifications. So we will give you the PDU certificate, and you can add that also here. And this includes very interesting things as well, such as you can do some own e-learning. That's also valid as long as you have an e-learning certificate when you finish the course. And also you see this very interesting last couple of things. You can read even books and publications. As long as you have some evidence about each one of these, it should be good. Please remember that your CPD entries can be audited when your membership is being renewed. So make sure that you have evidences of each and every CPD record that you're logging into your system, either through training attendance or conference attendance or e-learning completion or training completion or a valid certificate, all that. The last category is the community, where you're contributing to, for example, my Axelos provides a community. So you can voice your opinions, or you can explain some concepts to others in that community, or you might be attending some other communities as well. And as long as you have evidence of sharing your expertise in those communities, those are very valid CPDs. So once again, in summary, 5 CPDs from professional experience minimum, and the remaining 15 maximum from other categories, including the professional experience. So with that, let's now practice how to enter the CPD. I know this might be a very long recording, but we try to make it as easy as possible for you. So what I did now, I clicked on the add CPD. You might recollect there was at the bottom of one of the previous pages, add CPD within the My Axelos site, which I came across through my PeopleCert login. And this form will pop up. So you have to enter so currently I'm trying to renew the Prince 2 practitioner. So I'll be entering my certificate I'm claiming for, and then type of the CPD category, then describe the work that I did and how many points I'm claiming and the completion date. So let's try this out. So when I click on the first one, the certificate that I'm trying to renew, I selected Prince 2 practitioner. Then let's go to the next field, that is which category I'm selecting, professional experience. So now let me put my detail under professional experience. I put this one, delivered CAPM training for Volume 1 training, 24 to 26 March 2023. And I put 5 points, though the training is much longer, but the maximum I can put under professional experience is 5 out of the 20 per year. So it's very easy for me. And this is when I completed. I have to pick a Monday there. The system doesn't allow you to pick a weekend date, though I finished it on the 26th, which is a Sunday. So, and what did you learn? In fact, I didn't learn. I taught this course to others. So that's what I put there. And then that's it. I got a confirmation that I have logged 5 CPD points this year. Now, I also want to let you know that we as One World Training offer lots of courses for your continuing professional developments, or if you're from the PMI world or others, then you have the PDUs there, professional development units. So we offer lots of courses in multiple modes, such as e-learning for your own self-learning, that is, or live virtual trainings, or physical live classrooms, or you have blended, that is, you can purchase a classroom or a live virtual class, and you'll come along with e-learning at a slightly additional price, hardly negligible price. And we also offer for corporates as well. And we are, as you can see here, all these logos represents the various bodies we are associated with, and therefore we are an authorized and accredited training organization and partner for many of these organizations. So let me take you through some of the courses that we offer and directly take you to our website. This is the One World Training site where you would have purchased a course already and got certified and you're trying to renew it. But let me show you that we have several courses here. We got, for example, e-learning. In fact, we offer the classrooms for all these courses. So we've got the ITIL series, we got the PeopleCert DevOps, and then the project and program management from various bodies, and like the PMI and the Axelos PeopleCert ones, both the Service Desk Institute, the DevOps Institute courses, the IASSC, and there are a few more as well. If I scroll down a bit, we've got PeopleCert Scrum, PeopleCert Lean IT, ITAM-ORG certifications, business simulations, and so on. So several certifications that are available for you. So this is a simple model for you. You can, you will find it very convenient to enroll to any of these modes of courses like classroom or virtual or e-learning or a combination of them, etc. And do reach out to us if you have like to grow your career by learning more about these areas and applying them. And because we offer a single point for you to obtain various categories of PDUs, you might find it, or you will find it very convenient to take on other courses from One World Training. Now, we have finished off how to renew a certificate, either by writing your exam again before the renewal period, or by doing the CPDs, or obtaining another certificate within the same product suite or product portfolio within the expiry date. Now, the last thing is how you can share your badges publicly through Credly. Now, Credly is another site previously known as Acclaim. And what it means is you need to create an account at Credly. And you can sign in. So when you get a badge from PeopleCert or Axelos, when you obtain a certificate, you can share that with Credly. And you see here Credly, it welcoming me, and it is showing that I have obtained a badge. Now, this badge has coming in from Axelos. However, I had to accept an Axelos email to put this badge into my Credly one. So while I don't have that screen in front, but usually it'll be as soon as you pass your certificate, you will receive an email from Axelos or PeopleCert that, or whenever you obtain that badge, when you submit your 20 CPDs per year, you will obtain the badge for that year at the conclusion of that year through an email. And therefore, you need to read that email. In that email, you will have an option to share your badge with Credly. And once you do that, your badge is moved into Credly as well. And you can see these badges in your, of course, in your My Axelos account, as I showed you earlier in this recording. And the share button is the important one. You can share this with your other social media sites. So once it is there in Credly already, because you allowed it to move to show it not only in Axelos, but also into Credly, now the next step is to share it with others. Also, let me tell you that at the top right, you have these many options, like you can see all your badges here, and you can do other things as well. But let me get into straight into how we can share your badge. So once you, and these are some of the other badges that are shown as I scroll down. So these are some of my others. I brought all of them into Credly by clicking on my the button in those emails that I received from PeopleCert and Axelos to link my badge with Credly. Now, when you want to share a badge, I expanded the Prince 2 practitioner badge here rather than the other ITIL one that I showed you. And I have the share button here. And once you click on the share button, then it's going to bring up something like this. Do you want to share it with LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or you want to do other ways, like you want to download the badge image, email it to yourself or somebody, or put a public link at some other website? Lots of good things are available to you. So I hope that was clear to you, all the procedures and how we can make the best out of your certifications badges. And we hope to see you again and again at One World Training. We hope that you become our lifelong learner. We have several lifelong learners at One World Training, and we are excited to have you also as another lifelong learner of ours. With that, we thank you for the business you have given us and hope to have a long association to delight you further. And if you have any feedback, any questions, be in touch with us, and we are always happy to support you. Thank you very much.